Hey, what's going on, you guys? I'm Veggie Rolls. Welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time stopping by, don't forget to go ahead and click on the subscribe button. It looks like this, and the little notification bell next to it so that you will be notified every time a new video goes up, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Sweet Saturday. So, in today's video, we're going to be showing you guys how to make a vegan chicken breast, or vegan chick-on breast. A lot of you guys were asking me if you can sort of like customize the steak recipe or the vegan steak recipe and make it gluten-free. And that one you can't because you have to use the Veggie gluten in order to make the seitan. But this recipe is very gluten-free friendly as long as you use everything else that is gluten-free. Like, you just make sure everything is like absolutely gluten-free, and then this recipe will be perfect for you. So yeah, let's get veggie. And into our pan, I'm gonna be adding in half of a small onion that's been chopped up. And we're just gonna get this a little bit translucent, but I have my heat on high, so it'll happen pretty quickly. And I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little pepper, making it a little well in the center, and I'm adding in 2 garlic cloves that have been minced or shredded. I like to just shred my garlic, that way I don't have to go through all that extra trouble. And next I'm adding in half of one of these large king oyster mushrooms that I have shredded up. And I'll show you here quickly what I did to this while this cooks down a little bit. So basically what I did here was I took my mushroom, and it's one of these like huge king oyster mushrooms. You can use, if you're going to use regular oyster mushrooms, I would say use 4 to 5 regular king oyster mushrooms. And I just cut it in half, and we're only using half for this recipe. And what I'm doing with the fork is sort of like just going down the edge, and this is not cooked, so this is just a raw mushroom. You can pretty much shred, well, not all mushrooms, but a lot of mushrooms, button mushrooms, portobello mushrooms, the stems of them all shred. So you just want to shred it like that and pull it apart until you're getting these like little threads. And now that our stuff is a little warm here and all that good stuff, I'm going to go ahead and start adding a bit of flavor. But first we're going to go ahead and add in 1 cup of white rice that has, or you could use brown rice, of course. You could even do quinoa if you like. And it's just rice that has already been cooked. And I actually prefer, in this recipe, rice that's a little tiny bit mushy. We're going to go ahead and add in our spices. Here I have half a teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 of a teaspoon of poultry seasoning, 1/8 of a teaspoon of thyme, dry thyme, which is basically a pinch. We're going to do a pinch or 1/8 of a teaspoon of oregano, and 1 teaspoon of mushroom ground. So it's just like mushroom powder. I ground up some dried mushroom in my blender, and I'm using that as a seasoning. And also 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic. The full recipe, as usual, will be linked down below. I'm also adding 1 teaspoon of this Better Than Bouillon vegetable base. This is just for added flavor. And we're going to go ahead and mix that up. And right now I have my heat on a high. If you don't trust yourself with mixing stuff around like quick enough, just put it at a medium high heat. So you're just basically like heating everything through at this point. The mushrooms you can eat raw, but of course you can soften them a bit more. All right. Just getting all those flavors marrying together. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle in a little bit more pepper because I just love pepper. And right here I have basically a chickpea flour or besan flour slurry, which is 1/3 of a cup of chickpea flour and 3 tablespoons of water together, just to make sure it doesn't like clump up while we have it in there. So you want to mix it with water before you actually toss it in. And I actually like to have my heat pretty high so I could get some of that like sort of like crusting and like browning on the bottom of the pan, because that's going to add so much more flavor to this dish. And you can eat this just like this on its own. It's so good. All right, guys, and here we have a rice paper that has already been rehydrated, and this is a rice paper that is still in its like papery form. And all I did was ran this round rice paper sheet under hot water in the sink for a few seconds, and then you have this like rubbery sort of little sheet. And I'm just gonna go ahead and spoon on our little mixture into the center. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. You guys have no idea. Okay, and then we're just gonna go ahead and take our rice paper and just fold it onto itself, and it sticks to itself. It's like self-adhesive or whatever it's called. And yeah, so then I'm gonna actually go ahead and cut off just a little bit off the edge because I bought the really large rice paper sheets, but you might be able to get like the smaller ones and not have to cut any off. So you just want to wrap it up kind of like a little gift. And there you have it. You could actually find these sheets at the Asian markets, and a lot of big supermarket actually carries these. So I already did another one, and we actually have two. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I pan sear these. And once the heat gets nice and hot, we're gonna put these skin or face side down. So the part that we wrapped kind of like laid back over on itself, we're gonna put up. And pretty much just pan searing these. We're gonna let these cook up just until they're nice and brown on both sides. I just flip these, and I'm just gonna wait till the other side gets nice and brown like this side, and then we'll be ready to plate. And here I just have a handful of some chopped carrot and some chopped broccoli that I just kind of like stir fried or sauteed just to give it a little color. I'm adding a little bit of black pepper and a little bit of salt. And then we're gonna go ahead and just mix that around, and we're ready to plate this guy. We're gonna go ahead and just add some of our veggies. And then we're gonna go ahead and add on our vegan chicken breast. And I know what you're thinking, Rose, you better not end this video without cutting into it. All right, here we go. We're cutting into it. There we go. Beautifulness.
I really want the food.
And here you have it. Just beautiful, sort of like little shreds, like chicken would be. And these are little mushroom pieces. And it's just absolutely delicious.
Hey guys, welcome to our show. Today we're gonna get a new taste test kit. And look at this, it's so good. So here we go. No!
What does it taste like? Is it good?
Yeah. So do you want to eat this? Comment below if you want to eat
Do you want to eat some more?
Yes. If you like this,
Ew.
press on that subscribe button.
Stop talking with your mouth
If
full.
you want to do this. Bye.
So that's it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to share this video so other people can see how delicious vegan food could be. Also, don't forget to tag me on Instagram if you make this recipe or any of my other recipes. I would love to know what you think, and I would love to see how it turned out. And don't forget to hashtag Veggie Rolls and let's get veggie in your tag. And yeah, I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye, guys.